let's talk about doing hard things and why I think that is important for your day-to-day. Not just for your day-to-day, but for your mindset, for you. Why should you do hard things? I am no philosopher. I am no mental health expert. Yes, I do love biohacking and all that fun stuff from Huberman and shit. But at the core of it, I do believe... Oh my gosh, I need new windshield wipers. I do believe that doing hard things is as simple as just it strengthens you. And the hard thing doesn't even have to be the hardest thing you can think of. That hard thing will differ from person to person. Oh gosh. So what does hard look like for me? Well, in this context, in this situation, what was hard for me today? Getting my ass to the gym. And why do I feel like it's important to do the hard things? Strength. I'm not going in circles with these talks, but seriously, the more and more I do hard things, the better I feel. And it's just as simple as that, right? Like, in the moment, you're thinking, gosh, this is the last thing that I want to do. In the moment prior to doing the hard thing, you're thinking about all the other comfortable avenues you can go down. But after accomplishing a hard thing, how else are you supposed to feel? Even if you don't feel super satisfied, at least you can sit with yourself and say, I did it. I accomplished it. So really, whether it's getting out of bed, whether it's starting to post content, whether it's getting to the gym, whatever hard looks like for you, lean into it. For so long, at least for the past 2 years, I feel like, I've leaned into comfortability. I've leaned into staying comfortable. And as great as it's done for me in certain situations where I felt super comfortable and super happy, I sit there and think, wow, I really could be 10 times further into XYZ journey than I currently am. So, do the hard things. Challenge yourself. If you're okay with where you're at, and that doesn't involve a lot of hard work, a lot of hard things, more power to you. I think an important thing to remember too when talking about, discipline, doing hard things, this and that, it's knowing yourself. It's knowing what you find hard. It's knowing what makes you happy. And so at the end of the day, if you're watching this video and you're like, yeah, that doesn't make sense, it's not gonna work for me, more power to you. This is just what works for me, is leaning into the hard shit. The more I lean into the hard shit, the easier shit becomes. It's as simple as that. Some days I wake up and I'm like, fuck, the last thing I want to do is the hard thing. And sometimes that's waking up and taking a shower. I do that, I feel better, I feel more energized, and I feel more motivated to continue doing hard things. And I'm sure there's science behind it where, like, doing a hard thing will spike whatever, dopamine, motivation, this and that. But honestly, when I think about doing hard things, it's kind of like going to the gym, right? Like, you're not going to go to the gym and lift easy weight. You're not going to go to the gym and just do something that feels comfortable. You're going there to challenge yourself. You're going there to accomplish something. And so why show up to that hard thing and half-ass it? Why show up and just stay comfortable? And again, if that's you, if you're fine with staying comfortable, more power to ya. I just made it to the gym, and all day I've been contemplating what time I'm gonna go to the gym. I know what I'm supposed to hit. It's an arm day. And previously in my past experiences, like, arm day's the best. Let's hit a fucking 8-hour arm day. But with my life, with everything happening in my life, the gym has just become a lot harder for me to want to do. And I recognize how important it is to keep my body healthy, and I have goals for myself. I want to achieve a better physique. I want to achieve more peace with my physique. I want to feel good. I want to wake up with energy, and the road to that involves hard things. And so do the hard things. Regardless of how you feel about it in the morning, just do it. I made a video about staying busy and making decisions, and kind of relates to this, but make the decision and do it, right? What are your other options? Are you okay with those other options? Know yourself, right? Like, was I okay staying home, maybe editing a few YouTube videos? Sure. Could I have done that? Sure. Was the other route of me going to the gym going to get me closer to my dream physique? Yes, absolutely. So regardless of how hard it feels in the moment, I'm here. I showed up. So do the hard things. Another point from doing hard things is something else I've talked about in a previous video, but it's just doing your best, right? Like, you know, I said showing up to the gym, you're not going to half-ass whatever you're doing. But for some people, myself included, the hardest part is getting to the gym. So if that's the hard part, accomplish that part, right? Know yourself. If you know that, like, getting to the gym is the easy part, showing up is the easy part, but the hard part is actually having a good workout, then focus on having a good workout. I think the brain, I think your mind just benefits from the friction day to day. Everybody's got friction. Everybody's got their shit. Everybody's got their problems. And it's not what the problem is. It's what you do about the problems. It's what you do about your anxiety. It's what you do about your stresses that's going to ultimately lead you to where you want to be. Where I'm at right now is a result of what I've been doing for the past X amount of time, right? So I personally am not happy with where I'm at, right? I've skipped the gym one too many times this year. More times than ever. I started working out 10 years ago. This year, I've skipped the gyms more times than I've ever in the past 10 years. Outside of vacations, outside of needing to skip the gym, right? I could be happy about that. I could be content with that. I could say, yeah, that's fine. And I was like that for a little bit. But my mind shifted. I am now wanting to go back to the gym, and it's a lot harder than it was when I was in college, when I was in high school. But the point here is just to recognize what's hard and try doing those things more often than not. More often than not, these past 2 years, I've sided with the comfortable side. I've sided with, yeah, today was a hard day, so I got to give my body a rest. I got to give my brain a rest. I need to rest. And that is important. But where is that road going to lead me? Well, it led me to resting more often than not. It led me to staying and being comfortable. While that's fun for a moment, me personally, I wasn't feeling good about that. So I started to do hard things again. I started to wake up earlier. I started to just go to the gym when I didn't feel like it. And the more and more I do that, the easier this shit gets. My camera cut out. My GoPro just died. But screw it. I don't know if this angle is good or not, but I kind of forgot what I was saying. But at the end of the day, choose the harder route. Choose the harder route. I mean, if you already know what the comfortable route looks like, what's the harm of choosing the harder route? You're probably saying the stress, the anxiety, the XYZ, that all comes with the harder route. That's the point, right? And if you're on a journey to get to somewhere where you truly want to be, then you have to recognize that there's going to be hard points. There's going to be hard times. It's not always going to be easy. And that's so generic, but like, it's true, right? So many people wake up and they say, gosh, I'm not where I want to be. But the past 5 months of their life, they've done everything that led them to where they're at. So even me here sitting now, like, I'm in the parking lot of the gym and I am recording technically in public, and I'm just so anxious about the cars pulling up next to me, looking at me, recording with my phone. But the more and more I do it, the easier that shit gets. And what do I want to be? A content creator. What do I want to be? I want to make YouTube videos. What does that mean? Sometimes it means recording in your car. Would I have rather just sat in my office by myself and recorded it? Yes, but I didn't do that. So it's like, okay, I haven't done anything today to put myself in a position to get closer to where I want to be. So I can't complain about it. And I think that's the biggest thing too, right? Knowing yourself, knowing where you want to be, and not complaining where you're at, because where you're at is a result of the things you've been doing. And that's been a hard thing for me to kind of recognize, right? Like, for transparency, back in 2022, I landed my dream job. Not even dream role, it was just a dream position at my dream company. Scratch that. It was a dream company, not my dream position. And then I landed my dream position at that dream company. And then months, years after that, I found another opportunity, an even bigger dream opportunity. And through all that, I got comfortable. I said, wow, I can do this. And so I stopped doing the things that got me there, right? Like, I stopped waking up early. I stopped working so hard because I thought, wow, if I got here doing the same things that I'm doing day to day for the past 2 years, then I should be chilling. False. I was not chilling. And I am still not chilling. And I don't know if I'll ever be chilling. But I mean, like, that's part of it, right? I can't complain about where I'm at today and the situation that I'm in. And the situation that I'm in is by no means a terrible situation. I have so much gratitude and I have a great perspective on life. And do I have my days? Absolutely. But I can't complain from where I'm at, because I know day to day that the things that I'm doing is ultimately leading me to where I'm at. So choose the harder route. And sometimes you'll find that you're closer to where you want to be. Choosing the comfortable route, sometimes you need that. But when you get too comfortable, don't complain. Don't complain that you're not where you want to be if all day you've just done the same shit that's gotten you to where you are today. So I'm here. I'm going to hit a lift, do a hard thing, go back, try to do more hard things. So choose the harder route. That's all I got to say.